Imagine a world where the age-old rivalry between the lion and the tiger transcends the bounds of natural instinct and raw physical power, evolving instead into a sophisticated martial contest of wit and weaponry. In this fantastical realm, these magnificent big cats are no longer bound solely by their genetic predispositions for survival. They have, through some extraordinary twist of fate, acquired the ability to use human-like weapons and employ strategic combat tactics reminiscent of ancient warriors. Picture a dynamic animated world where a tiger wields a gleaming, razor-sharp sword with fluid grace, and a lion, majestic and commanding, expertly maneuvers a formidable, intricately designed shield. In this scenario, the battle between these apex predators is no longer decided solely by brute strength or stealth but by intelligence, strategy, and the artful use of weaponry. In this imagined universe, the tiger's transformation is as much a testament to its natural agility and cunning as it is to the potential for learning and adaptation. With the sword gripped firmly in its powerful jaws and swiping claws, the tiger becomes a symbol of swift precision. Every slash, every parry, is executed with a combination of innate ferocity and learned skill. The tiger's approach to combat, refined over millennia as a solitary hunter, is now enhanced by the use of a weapon that channels its natural prowess into a focused, deliberate technique. Its movements, once dictated solely by instinctual pouncing and stalking, now take on the elegance of a dancer, each leap and twist carefully calculated to outmaneuver its opponent. In the heat of battle, the tiger's eyes blaze with determination as it circles the arena, sword flashing in the light, a blur of muscle and metal that speaks to a lethal efficiency perfected through both nature and nurture. Across the battlefield, the lion undergoes a metamorphosis of its own, traditionally celebrated as the king of the savanna due to its sheer physical presence and commanding roar. The lion in this world embraces a role that combines both offense and defense. With a sturdy, well-crafted shield held high, the lion embodies the spirit of a seasoned warrior, resilient, strategic, and supremely aware of its surroundings. The shield, adorned with intricate designs that hint at a rich cultural heritage, is not just a piece of defensive gear, it is a symbol of the lion's adaptability and leadership. When the lion moves into action, it does so with an air of nobility, its mane flowing in the wind as it employs a series of calculated blocks and ripostes. The lion's fighting style, historically based on raw power and cooperative tactics within a pride, is now honed into a disciplined martial art where every defensive maneuver is as critical as the subsequent counterattack. In the midst of combat, the lion's roar, deep and resonant, echoes across the arena. A clarion call that is both a rallying cry to itself and a declaration of its unwavering resolve. The clash between the sword-wielding tiger and the shield-bearing lion unfolds in a vibrant, animated arena that is as much a character in the story as the combatants themselves. The setting is a sprawling coliseum-like expanse, with sunlight streaming down through high, open skies, casting dramatic shadows on a battle-worn arena. The ground is a mosaic of ancient stone, weathered by time and the countless battles fought upon it, while the distant cheers of unseen spectators lend an epic, almost mythic quality to the encounter. Every detail of the scene is meticulously rendered, from the glint of the tiger's sword reflecting the sunlight to the intricate etchings on the lion's shield, each element adding depth to the narrative of this extraordinary duel. In the early moments of the battle, the tiger uses its natural stealth to launch a series of swift, elegant strikes. Its movements are fluid and unpredictable, reminiscent of a cat that has honed its instincts to a razor's edge. The tiger darts forward with the speed of lightning, the sword slicing through the air as if it were an extension of its own will. Each attack is executed with precision, aiming for the most vulnerable points in the lion's armor, areas where the shield's protection might be less dense or where the lion's own natural defenses are momentarily compromised. However, the lion is not a passive target. Its experience as a formidable predator and its newly acquired martial discipline come to the fore as it raises the shield in perfect timing. With a series of graceful yet powerful parries, the lion deflects the tiger's onslaught, the impact of each blow resonating like the toll of an ancient gong. The rhythmic clang of metal against metal creates a symphony of combat that underscores the intense, high-stakes nature of the duel. The battle quickly evolves into a contest not just of physical skill but of tactical ingenuity. The tiger, with its keen mind and agile body, begins to experiment with feints and deceptive maneuvers. It intentionally exposes a momentary gap in its attack pattern, luring the lion into a false sense of security before striking again with renewed ferocity. The tiger's strategy is based on a deep understanding of the battlefield, a keen awareness of timing, distance, and momentum that allows it to control the flow of combat. Its eyes, fixed with an intensity that speaks to both concentration and raw determination, seem to calculate every move with the precision of a master strategist. In contrast, the lion's approach is more measured and methodical, relying on its natural authority and the disciplined training that has come with wielding a shield. The lion uses its size and strength to create a defensive bulwark that is difficult to breach. It stands its ground with the poise of a seasoned general, its mane flowing as it shifts its stance to adapt to the tiger's changing tactics. Every movement of the lion is imbued with a sense of purpose, a careful balance between offense and defense that seeks to wear down the tiger over time. As the duel intensifies, the battle becomes a dazzling display of contrasts, the solitary elegance of the tiger against the regal, coordinated defense of the lion, the swift, unpredictable slashes of a sword wielded by a fierce hunter against the steady, unyielding block of a shield borne by a seasoned leader. The environment itself seems to pulse with energy, the sunlight glinting off polished metal and casting long, dramatic shadows that move in time with the combatants. Every pounce, every parry, every calculated retreat or advance adds another layer to the unfolding drama, creating a narrative that is both visually spectacular and thematically profound. This hypothetical battle also invites us to ponder deeper questions about the nature of intelligence and the art of warfare. With human-like cognition, these big cats are not merely acting on instinct, they are engaging in a form of combat that involves strategy, learning, and adaptation. The tiger's decision to wield a sword is not a random act but a deliberate choice that reflects an understanding of how to channel its natural ferocity into a tool of precision and control. The lion's use of a shield, on the other hand, symbolizes a transition from raw aggression to the wisdom of defense, a recognition that sometimes the greatest strength lies in the ability to protect oneself and to work in tandem with one's allies. Their battle, therefore, becomes a microcosm of a larger philosophical debate. Is power defined solely by the ability to strike with overwhelming force? Or does true dominance come from a balanced integration of offense and defense? Strategy and spontaneity? Throughout the duel, both predators exhibit moments of brilliance and vulnerability. There are instances when the tiger's relentless speed and cunning allow it to catch the lion off guard. A quick slash that sends sparks flying and momentarily disrupts the lion's formation. Conversely, there are moments when the lion's imposing presence and disciplined defense force the tiger to retreat, recalibrate, and re-engage with even greater caution. The ebb and flow of the battle illustrate the dynamic interplay of factors that determine success in combat: timing, precision, endurance, and the ability to learn from every exchange. In this animated spectacle, the battlefield becomes a canvas upon which the timeless struggle between chaos and order, instinct and intellect, is vividly painted. As the conflict reaches its climax, the stakes become higher and the maneuvers more intricate. The tiger, perhaps sensing that a single decisive strike could end the duel, gathers its energy for one final, all-out assault. With a burst of speed that seems almost superhuman, it surges forward, its sword gleaming as it arcs toward the lion in a sweeping motion. The lion, however, anticipates the move with the calm certainty of a seasoned warrior. It adjusts its stance, raising the shield in perfect synchronization to absorb the impact of the blow. And in that critical moment, the outcome hangs in the balance. The clash of metal, the surge of raw energy, and the intense expressions on the faces of these great predators capture the very essence of combat. A contest where every fraction of a second counts, and where the true measure of a warrior is revealed in moments of intense pressure. In this imagined world of armored big cats and medieval weaponry, the duel between the tiger and the lion transcends the boundaries of traditional animal behavior. It becomes a testament to the boundless possibilities of evolution and adaptation, a scenario where nature's fiercest predators are elevated to the status of legendary warriors. engaging in battles that are as much about honor and strategy as they are about brute force. The tiger's agility, honed over generations as a solitary hunter, meets the lion's collaborative strength, refined in the crucible of pride dynamics and territorial battles. Their conflict is a vivid interplay of physical skill, tactical intelligence, and the enduring spirit of survival, set against a backdrop of ancient martial valor and futuristic ingenuity. Ultimately, the outcome of this epic battle remains a tantalizing mystery, a delicate balance between the ferocity of the tiger's assault and the lion's steadfast, disciplined defense. Each creature brings to the arena a unique set of attributes that, when combined with human-like intelligence and the artful use of weaponry, create a combat scenario that defies conventional wisdom. The duel is not simply a matter of who is stronger or faster, it is a symphony of calculated moves, instinctual brilliance, and strategic innovation that leaves the audience in awe. As the dust settles on the battleground, the true victor might be the one who best integrates raw power with thoughtful defense, harnessing the full spectrum of natural and learned abilities to achieve a harmonious blend of aggression and control. In this vibrant, animated universe, the story of the tiger and lion duel becomes a metaphor for the eternal struggle between different approaches to power and survival. It challenges us to consider whether true dominance lies in unbridled aggression or in the refined balance of offense and defense. The battle between the sword-wielding tiger and the shield-bearing lion is not just a spectacle of physical might, but a profound exploration of the qualities that define a warrior in any age. It reminds us that even in the wild, where nature reigns supreme, there is an art to combat, a dance of skill, strategy, and the unyielding determination to prevail against all odds.